guys, my name is Fahad Farooq. I'm a trainer, compere speaker, as well as a certified transformative coach. And I'm featured on this week's episode of Ask Me on High TV. So the first segment is called Actually Me. I'm going to be asked a bunch of questions. I don't know what they are. I hope it's nothing compromising. Let's see. Ask me.
Hi Fahad.
Hi.
What time do you get up in the morning and how do you start your day?
I try to wake up at 5 a.m. if I have a program, because I need to go to gym and I take about 2 hours at gym. If I don't have a training program on that day, maybe around 7 a.m. I start my day by going to the gym in the morning.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Probably what everybody else does. I check my phone. It's a really bad habit, but that's the first thing I do. Check all my notifications. It's a terrible thing to do, but I do it. Yeah.
What are your top 3 travel destinations in Sri Lanka?
Alla, for sure. I love going to Alla. Kitulgala, definitely, because of whitewater rafting, and for my work for many years I traveled there. Felt like a second home for a while. So Alla, Kitulgala. And apart from that, it's just basically those two. I can't think of a third.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist, and my mother was like, "Don't be crazy. There's no money in that business." But yeah, because I wanted to save the animals. I wanted to swim with the whales, all of that stuff. So a marine biologist was my goal when I was a child.
What's your secret vice?
A secret? It's a secret. I'm not gonna say. No, I'm not gonna say.
Yoga or gym?
Both, for different reasons.
What's your favorite non-sports related activity?
Is watching TV and internet episodes an activity? Yep, yeah. Just like everybody else, internet videos, wasting my life, yeah.
What's the biggest disruption in your workday?
As I'm answering these questions, I'm discovering that my life is not too unique, because I'm going to say my phone and the notifications that I get. But I'm going to try to change it a bit. The biggest disruption is me letting those external things affect me, because everybody's phone rings. It takes a different kind of person to put it aside. So the disruption is my own sense of attention, where I'm not. But I let myself. Phone rings, or I get a notification, or you get distracted. So the biggest disruption is this thing.
Aside from necessities, what one thing could you not go a day without?
There is nothing that I couldn't go a day without.
Who has been the greatest influence on you and why?
The greatest influence on me has been Nikola Tesla.
What's the one thing you've learned never to do as of now?
Somebody else's preference above what I think is best for me.
What makes you feel accomplished?
At the end of a program or an event, when someone comes and says, what you shared helped me, or I learned something, or this changed something about me, that makes me feel accomplished.
Kumar Sangakkara or Mahela Jayawardena?
Mahela Jayawardena. You don't need to finish the question.
What's one decision everyone in any kind of business should take?
Not what am I doing it for, why am I doing this?
What is the best way to run a meeting?
Run it according to an agenda.
Would you rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence?
Intelligence, obviously, because I think if you're intelligent enough, you can make anything work, no?
Would you rather play golf with Tiger Woods or go to the Oscars with Rowan Atkinson?
I'd go to the Oscars because I think that with Tiger Woods, you're just playing golf with one dude, right? But if you go to the Oscars, it gives you the opportunity to experience so many different personalities, and that's like a no-brainer. It's like
Android or iOS?
Android, no question. The choice of every person who has half a brain is Android, and not just any Android, but a Pixel device.
The hardest thing about being a motivational speaker is
the fact that I'm not a motivational speaker. I detest that term, because people assume that when you're a motivational speaker, you are there to motivate them, right? But what I say is, you don't know this person's life, you don't know their journey, you don't know their ups and downs. How are you expected to come out of nowhere and say, okay, do these things and you'll get motivated? Instead, I see myself as a perspective introducing speaker, or a perspective changing speaker, or a different angling speaker.
What is one attribute that every good businessman or woman should have?
Put the people first. I know it's a bit of a hacked term, But when I say people first, that means you, or the people who are working with you, under you, for you, or the people who you're creating your product for. Because at the end of the day, we provide products or service for other living beings in a sense, right? Even if it's people or animals. And if you put that person first, then I think the outputs of whatever you're trying to do are going to be richer.
What's your most prized personal possession?
This is a very materialistic question, right? It's a pair of Nike Air Jordan 1s.
What is your favorite country to visit?
Japan.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Whichever happens. If I need to stay awake and do the work, I'll do it. If I need to wake up and do it, I'll do it. So that term doesn't sort of apply.
Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Coffee, black, no sugar.
As a Sri Lankan, what's your favorite Sri Lankan dish?
My favorite Sri Lankan dish is kottu. I haven't had it in a while because I'm trying to get a six-pack. But kottu is my favorite. I love it.
What would be one word to describe you?
Energetic, I think.
What are some problems you think the next generation would face?
I'd rather not answer that question because empathetically, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be facing. Maybe it's not a problem for them.
What are your top 3 bucket list items?
I had one that I did 2 weeks ago, and that was skydiving, done. Then I had bungee jumping, that was also done. I have one which is cage diving. They put you in a cage, put you underwater, sharks swim by. I want a cage dive. I want to go on a canyon swing in Nepal. I want to do that.
What's your best advice for people starting out their first business?
Be ready to fail.
What was your proudest career moment?
My proudest career moment was I ran a program in Japan, and it was such a mixed international audience. I'm this person from a tiny island speaking to all of these people, and there were people who were coming up to me and saying this is great and hugging me and taking selfies and all of these things, and I was like, wow, right? Yeah, that just, it felt great.
What was the toughest period in your career?
So this previous company that I worked for, my boss at the time, I thought I was doing great at the job. So then I leased a new car. I sold the previous one, and I got into a big lease, and I was like, okay, and I had to pay this monthly lease and stuff. And then my boss just met up with me on an evening coming back from a program and said, you know, you're not delivering. If you don't pull your socks up, I'm going to have to fire you.
If you put a bumper sticker on your car, what would it say?
Batman.
How would your family describe you?
They would describe me as a boarder.
If you had a chance to be someone else, who would you be? What's your favorite workday time waster?
TED Talks and sports highlights. That's what I watch on YouTube. Yeah.
What is one word you say the most?
Right.
What's the best professional advice you've ever been given?
To be authentic.
What are the top 3 apps on your smartphone?
Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn.
What makes you really angry?
Incompetence makes me angry.
What is the change you'd like to bring about in Sri Lanka?
People having more awareness.
What is your passion?
Talking.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Scarlett Johansson.
What is the brand of your cologne?
The one that I prefer the most is Invictus.
What's your favorite 3-word sentence?
I don't think I have a 3-word sentence. Wow, that is such a random question. I could make something up, but it won't be real. You know, it hasn't registered in my mind.
What would you do if you were the president of Sri Lanka?
Increase transparency across the board.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm what's called an ambivert. When it comes to my work, I'm an extrovert. But when it comes to my personal life, I'm an introvert. Anybody who knows me really well will tell you that if it's a public setting with just a couple of people that I don't know and I'm not working, I get really shy and really awkward.
If you could tell your younger self one thing right now, what would it be?
What's bothering you right now really doesn't matter, man.
What motivates you?
The fact that we're so lucky to be alive scientifically, because I'm an atheist. I believe that the fact that we are a result of billions of years of evolution, and this entire thing is all by chance and a process. And what motivates me is that of all these things, we have this opportunity to live this life in this way, and lifespan is what, 60, 70 years, and within that time, how much can you do, how much can you experience, how much can you give? That motivates me. Whoa, so that was that. Honestly, when I came here, I thought this was going to be some lame-ass questions, but actually, it was interesting. It made me think. So it wasn't lame-ass after all. Well done. Let's see what the next segment is. So the next segment is called Who Am I? Which I guess is a different way of asking the same questions, because these guys are pretty unique. Let's see what it is. Alright, so let's see. The first one is, what made Fahad a motivational speaker? Me realizing that I had the ability to talk and earn money for it. Next, what is Fahad's secret to creating a memorable course in corporate? I'm not gonna tell you that. It's my secret. You gotta pay and come. How does Fahad, as a trainer, practice self-care during his courses? Doesn't matter what the liquid is. Hydrate. How does Fahad prepare himself before public speaking? Oh, I love this. So I have a playlist. I have my power music playlist, and I'll tell you the songs that are on it. This is The Greatest Show from The Greatest Showman. That's The Greatest Show. I love the movie because, that was the origin of the compere, I think. Queen that I play called Don't Stop Me Now. I'm having such a good time. Yeah. In what ways does Fahad address his various speaking styles and personality types in his training courses? I'll give an answer with Ramen Pasu. Where does Fahad seek inspiration from? I seek inspiration from the people I meet day to day, man, because it's everywhere. What was Fahad's dream job growing up? Marine biologist. That was the one. Does Fahad sing? So when I was young, I wanted to be in a band. My friend Gayan, he was nice enough to encourage that dream even though I really couldn't sing. And then he subtly encouraged me to play bass away from the vocals. What did you always want to try but never found the courage to do? Oh, I know. I've always wanted to try to dance, but I've never found the courage to do it sober. Does Fahad believe in God? Of course not. What is the first thing Fahad notices about a person? Shoes. What are your shoes? What is Fahad's biggest fear? Being ordinary. If Fahad could live forever, how would he spend eternity? Dude, traveling. If Fahad could be summed up in a hashtag, what would it be? Hashtag inspirational energetic with an exclamation mark. What are Fahad's favorite clothing brands? But I do like my Converse and Nike shoes. What is Fahad's biggest strength? My resilience. My fighting spirit. No, man, my biggest strength is the fact that I never learn. What is Fahad's dream car? With my economic capabilities, I'm driving my current dream car, which is a Honda CRZ. It's a two-door impractical car. However, my aspirational dream car is a BMW Z4. How would Fahad's best friends describe him? What makes Fahad excited? The possibility of doing something new. What will Fahad do if he wins $1 million? Fixed deposit. Is Fahad a cat or a dog person? Dogs. I love the puppies. If Fahad could have a superpower, what would it be? So rather than choosing one, I could choose the thing that makes you get all the other ones. What is the most impressive skill Fahad has? I'm not the person you should be asking. It's probably the people around me. According to who you ask, the answer you get is going to be different. What is Fahad's greatest accomplishment? My life up in different ways. What are Fahad's other passions? Talking, criticizing in a constructive way. How many siblings does Fahad have? I have 2 sisters, both younger than me. If Fahad could speak another language, what would it be? Mandarin. What motivates Fahad? There's a bit of luck, a bit of chance, all these things. And what motivates me is that it's happened and I'm living my best possible life. Loved it. It made me feel like I was on, those celebrities you on TV who hold up Google boards, and then I felt like one of those. That's because I'm practicing to be one of those. Loved it. Best. Let's see what is happening next. This segment is called Never Have I Ever. I've never played this program that's going to be broadcast, telecast, webcast publicly before.
Never have I ever Googled my own name to see what came up.
I have. Of course I have. In my line of work, I need to see if my SEO is working. So of course I Google my name. I even have a Google Gmail alert turned on for every time my name is mentioned online. So if somebody else puts up an article or types something, I get notified. I'm happy to say that notification amount is increasing day by day.
Never have I ever ugly cried for no reason.
What is ugly? Is any kind of crying nice crying? Is it like, that's a nice... What is ugly crying? Like, bawling and When I was a toddler, sure, I have, sure. And when I was a teen, I was one of those things like, oh my god, my life is terrible, type of thing, yeah.
Never have I ever done rock climbing.
Oh, I have done rock climbing. I did it for a long time for my work. Wait, what kind of rocks do you mean?
Never have I ever tried to look at the sun.
I have. Everybody tries to look at the sun. Dude, that's such a waste of a question.
Never have I ever lied about my age.
Oh, I have never lied about my age because I don't know whether people will agree or not, but I get this, that some people say I don't look my age. Can you guess how old I am? I am 34 years old. And a lot of people think I look 24. So I'm like, whatever. Low expectations, high delivery.
Never have I ever wanted to be a superhero.
I want to be a superhero every day of my life.
Never have I ever been scared of the dark.
I have never been scared of the dark. I enjoy doing this thing where I like watching a scary movie and just sitting in the dark. I did it when I was a kid, right? Because, apparently that's the fear, like these things are going to turn up. So as a kid, I would watch a scary movie, I turn off all the lights, I like the pitch black, and I just sit there and I wait. I'm like, but nothing's happening.
Never have I ever broken a promise.
Of course I have broken promises.
Never have I ever sung a song out loud and messed up the lyrics.
I have, but I'm great at hiding it. Don't stop me now. Yeah, so anyway, what's going on? See? Subtle.
Never have I ever scared myself in a mirror.
I have actually, because this one time when I was doing A-levels, or just after, I had long hair, and then this friends of mine, they decided to help me, and we put all this gel on my hand, like really spiked it up, so I had like long, really spiky hair. And I was going home in the bus, and then I had forgotten, and then I turned and I saw the reflection. I was like, ah! It was like a split second, but it happened. I can say that I have. Thanks for reminding me.
Never have I ever screamed because of a bug.
I have never screamed because of a bug. Wait! Unless it's a virtual bug on my computer and if all my data, then I have. But if it's like a physical bug, no, I don't scream. I just spray. Psst.
Never have I ever practiced public speaking in front of a mirror.
I have never practiced public speaking.
Never have I ever used someone else's toothbrush.
Of course I have.
Never have I ever worn the same jeans for a week without washing them.
It's not just me, man. Everybody bloody hell does it. We all do it, right? A better question is, are you wearing the same underwear for a week? In that case, I'm not going to answer. But jeans, of course, everybody does it. And even the owner of Levi's apparently doesn't wash his jeans, so, it's fine.
Never have I ever used my cell phone while driving.
So I have.
Never have I ever been on a fat diet.
I used to be 105 kilos. I've tried all the fat diets. I've tried most of them.
Never have I ever re-gifted something that was gifted to me.
Done.
Never have I ever participated in a play.
I have by accident. I can't act.
Never have I ever hated a present but told someone that I loved it.
I have. I've hated presents, but I've said that I've loved it.
Never have I ever given a stranger a fake phone number.
I have given strangers fake phone numbers.
Never have I ever tried to make someone jealous.
Of course I have tried to make someone jealous.
Never have I ever injured myself while trying to impress someone I was interested in.
I've never injured myself, just bruised my ego. Never injured myself externally. Internally, battered. Under a car.
Never have I ever said I love you without meaning it.
I have never said I love you without meaning it.
Never have I ever made a prank phone call.
Done.
Never have I ever dreamed of taking revenge on someone.
I have never dreamt of taking revenge, but I might have planned revenge.
Never have I ever had a bad fall because I was walking and texting.
Not a bad fall, but I remember once, this was before phones. I was walking with my dad on Gaul Road in Kolpiti, going somewhere, and I walked into a pole. I tried to act like it didn't happen, but I think a lot of people saw. But I didn't fall. And there was no phone as an excuse, I just walked into a pole.
Never have I ever spied on my neighbors.
Of course not.
Never have I ever gone camping.
I have. It was a part of my work for the longest time.
Never have I ever gotten seasick.
I have never gotten seasick. So I've been on boats a couple of times and I have never gotten seasick because the key is to be one with the boat. The moment you decide to be like, I'm better than the boat, then you're done.
Never have I ever had a surprise party thrown for me.
I have never had a surprise party thrown for me. Never, never. And anybody who's watching Ipa, Anagatit, don't want.
Never have I ever planted a tree.
I have planted trees.
Never have I ever fallen in love at first sight.
I don't think anybody ever falls in love at first sight. You might fall in lust or in like at first sight. I don't know, but it's never happened to me.
Never have I ever had a paranormal experience.
You should hang out with my friends.
Never have I ever been to Europe.
I've been to Europe. It was one of the most fun trips. So that was Amsterdam, parts of Switzerland, Paris, Belgium. It was a sensory overload.
Never have I ever been pushed into a pool with my clothes on.
I have never been pushed into a pool with my clothes on, but there were a couple of parties where people tried, but there were people around me to save me. That was great.
Never have I ever told a lie about something I really didn't do.
I don't know, man. I suppose I have, because as a kid you tell a lot of lies to escape being caned.
Never have I ever forgotten a loved one's birthday.
I have forgotten several loved ones' birthdays.
Never have I ever walked out of a restaurant without paying.
I have. I'm going to tell this to these. We ate at a Pilaus in Rajagiri, and then we waited for the bill and it never came. So we decided to like, and we didn't run away. We just casually left and nobody stopped us and it was fine.
Never have I ever gone to a birthday party and not taken a gift.
I have. I'm terrible at gifts. I always think that I have time and then I don't have time and I think I'll give them later. But then I forget.
Never have I ever jumped into the water from a boat.
I have. I've jumped into the water from a boat.
Never have I ever gone to the office without brushing my teeth. Never have I ever given money to a homeless person.
I have.
Never have I ever lied during this game.
I haven't lied in this game. There was a couple of questions that I might have, done the, but I haven't lied. I have never lied during this game. Right, that's done. I'm going to say I'm surprised. I enjoyed myself more than I anticipated because it helped me understand myself a little bit more. I'm a little bit selfish like that. But I would really be interested to know what other people think, especially people who knows me, when they see all of these things. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun aftermath. Let's see. Loved it.